Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for being here with us tonight. It is truly an honor for myself to be here alongside these incredible women, and I'll introduce myself in a moment. But tonight, you're really stepping into luminous living, and this is the future of light-backed wellness and the light-backed economy. And I want you to take a moment just before we get into everything to just take a moment and maybe even close down your eyes and just imagine. Imagine if a body, a mind, a spirit that feels so energized and well that everything that you desire to do feels like ease. I want you to imagine for a moment one of those things on your bucket list that has been there for a long time, whether it's a travel with the family, whether it's a beautiful, luxurious self-care day for yourself, whatever it is that has been there tapping for you. Imagine what it would feel like to be able to go and do that tomorrow. I want you to imagine those dreams on your heart, no matter how small or how big, when it comes to your wellness and your wealth. And even if it's just for a moment, tonight we planted a seed. We planted a seed because it is so important for us to recognize that we are such incredible creators of our reality. And tonight, our invitation is for you to see something that is maybe different than anything you've seen before. Yet we absolutely know that it has the potential to revolutionize human potential. And so our community is a beautiful community, and we are activating a global movement of luminous humans. We are leaders who choose light-backed wellness, self-regeneration, and conscious purpose-led wealth. Our mission is to restore human potential through light and ignite a new era of leaders rising from within. And so it is such an honor for myself, Genevieve, everyone calls me Gigi, to be here with you tonight to share this beautiful movement. Yet the reason that we're here is this beautiful woman, Madison Madrid. And so I would love for her to take a moment to just share what's on her heart with you tonight before we really get into this.
Thank you so much, Gigi. I appreciate it. And I'm so excited to be here. I want to briefly share about what brought me into this space. And as a lot of people know, I've been on a long and evolving health journey. And what came into my life at what felt like the most divine timing was Life Wave first, followed by Lumavita. And not only have I personally gotten to experience such a beautiful regeneration and healing in my body, but I have been able to surpass what I once dreamed of in some of my hardest seasons. So I am feeling so incredible in my body. And as I began using these products, which honestly, they go so much further than products to me, I have started noticing regeneration and restoration in my body in such a pivotal and profound way that I never knew possible. I've struggled with eczema my whole life, and I started to see my skin calming and healing. Wounds were starting to repair. I saw a noticeable decrease in my scarring. I had more energy to do the things that I loved to do. My immune system felt stronger, more abundant. I was sick far less often, and even kind of surpassed some really profound um, health things that had been holding me back for a while. And so as I've shared all these really amazing things, it wasn't just one thing that changed that was so pivotal to me. It was the profound sense that I was experiencing something in my body that I had never experienced before. And when the body comes into internal coherence, we all know that that reflects our external reality. And so these technologies are so much more to me than physical health. It is internal alignment because once your body comes into alignment on a deeper level, that reflects your energy, your presence, your clarity, and the way that you get to move forward in the world. And so this hasn't just been about feeling better to me, why I believe in these products and why I'm so excited to share them, but it's about coming back into alignment physically, energetically, and holistically. So I'm so excited to be here with Tina, whom I've known for over a year. She's been such a beautiful and profound support on my journey. And Tina just recently introduced me to Gigi, who's been such a profound, incredible support on my journey as well. And so I'm so excited to be here this evening with these ladies, and I'm excited for them to share more with you.
Thank you
So,
so much,
yeah.
Madison. Beautiful. I love that. I mean, you can just explain everything tonight and it would land so well for everybody. Um, I'm here tonight. My name is Tina Coulter. I'm an equine canine body worker. I truly believe, given the right tools, the regeneration within our body and our animals' bodies is phenomenal. And so I've always been searching for all of the things that can support us because we don't really have to just survive. As we get older, we get to have an opportunity to survive. So, Gigi, are you going to start the first half or do you want me to keep?
Absolutely, I will. And I was listening to Madison. It was Madison, thank you. I feel like you have such prophetic words where you allow us permission to really go back into the essence of who we are as a human beings for our own healing. But like you said, for that restoration back to our original blueprint. And I've been in the world of holistic wellness a very long time. To be alongside Tina and Madison is such an honor. And these technologies came into my life a couple of years ago when I started running longevity retreats in Mexico. And I recognized that this was an effective and affordable way for humanity to really be able to experience regeneration and reverse aging at home. And so that's what we're going to be sharing with you tonight. And as we talk about these technologies and as we look at these modalities, really we're building a community. And we are calling in the visionaries, the holistic healers, the innovators, and purpose-led creators. We're really looking for people who want to expand their ripple of impact, legacy, and income. The people who are craving community and belonging, just like all of us were. We're looking for the ones who feel they are meant for more, to give and receive, heart-led entrepreneurs, light leaders. If you are here, I am assuming parts of that speak to you, and you know that you're called to embody your light even more and share it with the world. And when we talk about light, we don't just mean an energy, we mean your cellular structure. And we're going to be talking about that tonight. And we're calling in these people to form this community globally because the world is shifting and it is shifting fast. We know that in the next 3 years, we are going to really witness a revolution over the world, especially when it comes to AI and robotics. And so, right now, we know that people are actively looking for purpose, fulfillment, and contribution, looking for holistic regenerative healing. I see this all the time in Mexico when people fly in for their experiences. I notice that more and more people are looking for community and connection over isolation and competition. The loneliness epidemic has actually risen since the pandemic, not gone down. And what I hear all the time is that people are looking for meaningful work that aligns with their values, have multiple streams of revenue to diversify and stabilize their life, but also to future-proof their income as AI continues to eliminate many jobs. And so, with all of what people are searching for and all that we know we have to offer, we understand that light backed wellness is emerging as a global solution for well being, harmony, and prosperity. And that's the difference here. We're not just selling products, like Madison said, we're actually activating a new era of light. And we're doing that because we know that hydrogen wellness is an unclaimed market and category, and phototherapy is about to go mainstream. And those are two of the modalities we're really going to be diving into tonight. That we have patented one-of-one technologies. We have the clinical evidence and research and global demand to really show what we have here and how unique this is. And all of us who are on this call tonight and watching the recording, we are early adopters and we have an advantage through 2030. And why this matters is because the regenerative healing movement is the next $1 trillion shift globally. And right now, we are bringing technology, frequency, biology, and they are converging, bridging two opportunities together with ease. And we really believe that this is the next frontier. And so I am so excited to be part of a network marketing channel. I believe that this channel was decades ahead of its time and finally aligning with global behavior. We see this with social selling and affiliate marketing everywhere. And I believe with every part of me that we are entering its most expansive era of growth and adoption. And Tina, one of the things that we really align with is just this channel, but also how within Luminous Living, we're really revolutionizing that. Would you share a bit about that?
Well, I've been in this channel for, oh my goodness, I want to say my son was 3 months old when I was introduced to this. And, I had the stigma of, is this a pyramid scheme? That was what I led with when somebody showed me a potential opportunity. And that was only because I didn't know what I didn't know. And so I did something very smart. I was given information to educate myself on this channel. And once I saw the value and how it actually is structured, I went, that's not what I thought it was at all. And I became an advocate for it. And so for 17 years, this is one of my favorite places to build relationships, to share something that's going to create value for people, and to watch their lives change.
And it's been such an honor to partner alongside both of you ladies. And it's because we're multifaceted beings. All of us have our unique zones of genius and our unique gifts to the world. All of us have several different pillars and businesses in our life. And that's really a normal thing for human beings is to have multiple passions and multiple directions and want to give to the world in their unique way. And that's why tonight you're going to be seeing something that's really unique because we are seeing that we can now bring multiple streams of income together with one opportunity that's going to enhance and amplify all of us being multifaceted beings on this planet. And so we're going to be sharing with you two companies, two income opportunities with an affiliate model, with a team building and residual model, and with business to business opportunities. And if that interests you after you hear everything tonight, we would love to have a deeper conversation with you. Yet, if that's not for you right now, then we are so excited for you to experience this as a customer because we are looking to build this community globally. We are launching new products, and we're so excited that you are here with us tonight. And why we share that and the business opportunity is because we absolutely understand that not only are people looking to diversify their income, but we also know that there's a wellness crisis in the world. And most people don't realize their bodies are running on empty and that their light is dimming. You see, when I talk about light, when we are born, it's from a spark of light. That is quite literally how conception begins. And when we pass away, it is scientifically observed that that light leaves our body. Everything in between those 2 points is life. And that life, I believe that we've been given a perfect body, a perfect technology to live in this world, yet we live in an imperfect world. And that imperfect world is actually affecting us at every level of our being and our body. We know this because 75% of people are chronically dehydrated, and dehydration amplifies everything in the body, everything that we are experiencing positively, but of course, negatively. Our nervous systems are stuck in fight or flight, and we're noticing systemic inflammation everywhere. I'm seeing this more and more when people are coming down to visit us. Cellular breakdown is accelerating, and we're normalizing burnout, especially as women. Oxidative stress is disrupting healthy aging, and the body has not forgotten how to heal. It just needs the right signals to turn the light back on. That cellular light that knows how to regenerate when given the right activation and signal. And we also know that our nervous system is a signal, and that signal interacts with everyone and everything around us. And so we're going to be sharing with you ways that we can come back into regulation and coherence, just like Madison mentioned. And we also know that it starts with a really foundational marker called stem cells. And so I'm going to turn it over to Tina to really bring us through this first foundational technology that is revolutionizing human potential.
Thank you. Yeah, with stem cells, we we have our stem cells within our body, and we know that people go and we've heard of it, and I have people that I know that'll go down to Mexico and go get stem cell therapy and stem cell injections, because stem cells turn into every single cell that we need in our body. So if we need our liver repaired, stem cells go in there and they turn into the liver. And I'm not going to go back into the science of it, but to get the idea that this is the basis of where our body can regenerate and repair, which is phenomenal. But if we talk about aging, by the time we're 30, about 50% of our stem cells go dormant. They're sleeping. They're still there, but they're sleeping. And as Gigi talked about the imperfect world, we're always going through toxins and pollution and you name it, that's always bombarding us, whether we notice or see it or not. It's in the air we breathe, the food we eat. By the time we're 60, 70 to 80% of our stem cells are sleeping. So that's how the healing system slows down dramatically. Regeneration becomes compromised. You see kids bounce back from their injuries, and you see people who are older that just can't get back to their old self. Stress and toxins, like I've said, shut down those signals. And so this is the root cause of aging. We don't have to sit here and say, oh my gosh, it's just because I'm getting older. We have a community of people experiencing quite the opposite, and we have the tools to reverse it. When I was introduced to LifeWave 5 years ago, it was actually for my horse. And not all gifts are wrapped in pretty little bows. My horse's injury got me on the path of trying to find tools to keep her on this planet. That's how bad it was. So when I was introduced to LifeWave X39, that I knew the owner and founder, which we'll talk about later, he found a study by Dr. Lauren Picard talking about the benefits of this specific peptide GHK-Cu. And he took it into the power to go, what if I could create a technology that stimulates our body to create this peptide to that of when we were younger? 10 years it took him to come out, and millions and many, many patents. This company holds a lot of patents for a reason. It is a stellar company. It's a patented phototherapy wearable technology. It's non-transdermal. Nothing's going in our body. As Gigi said, it's light-backed wellness. When we use our own body light to get reflected back into our body to create this biochemical change, it's a phenomenal what happens. There's no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, and it's non-invasive. So what I want you to also imagine, and I invite you to really understand, we don't get to always feel the aging process. Sometimes we feel the end result of the aging process, meaning you've heard people fall down, they've broken their hip, they find out their bones are weak. So just know this X39, the long-term results. So you may feel it, you may not. We talk about hydration within this and mineralization for a reason. This technology works on those pathways. If we're dehydrated, you're probably not going to feel the results. 97% of people feel results with this, 4% do not, and it's because they're chronically dehydrated. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But in the first few days, whether you feel it or not, 4,000 genes are being reset to a younger state. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes more balanced and coherent. 3 months, collagen increases. I didn't feel anything. I noticed it on my horse. The swelling went down substantially. That got me to pay attention. What I didn't feel was my wrinkles going away, my skin improving. I started to notice that about 3 months in. 6 months, heart reverses in biological age. This isn't just say there was over 86 clinical studies. There's evidence base behind what we're saying. So it's simple and it's proven, and it truly is revolutionary. It's a solid company that's been here for just over 20 years, and we're just getting started. So we wear this technology 12 hours on, and then you take it off for 12 hours. And all day long, you're getting these positive signals going through your body. Peel, stick, remove, repeat. It's very simple. Wherever you put it, it will communicate to your whole body. So a light carries information, and water stores and transmits it. Hydration is the conduit of this communication.
I love the way you explain this simple modality, Tina. And, LifeWave really started my understanding that now we were able to have stem cells and peptides without injectables, without having to travel around the world, by just simply putting a patch on our body and trusting the process. And as I started to experience my own inflammation going down that I didn't even know I had, I started noticing my recovery was faster, that my body just felt more agile. And I'm a biohacker. I'm always looking for a 1% difference. But I started noticing that these results were fluid with everyone I was sharing with. But there was also something else that was giving me optimized results. And that wasn't just regular hydration, because what we actually know now is that our water doesn't carry any information or any life. And so, no matter how much water we're drinking, it's not actually absorbing into our cells. And that's when I started to discover molecular hydrogen. And molecular hydrogen is an incredible molecule that is so small. It's the smallest molecule on the whole planet. And it's so small, in fact, that when you ingest it, it will bypass your blood-brain barrier and it will bypass your gut and go directly to your cell. My belief is that hydrogen is the original AI. It is an adaptive intelligence that becomes what you need in your body, and it's going to help you and either improve in certain areas, or it's going to help the body just stay in homeostasis. And so, what is being said now is that molecular hydrogen has the potential to revolutionize medicine as we know it. And with this level of hydration and with this level of intelligence in our body, when we pair it with these other light back technologies, it's an amplifier. And it amplifies very quickly. Why? Because we are bypassing all of the regular places that supplementation or water doesn't get to. And this is something that is quite incredible for all aspects of our well being. Molecular hydrogen has been one of the most researched aspects of wellness in the last 10 years. Molecular Hydrogen Institute, whose founder and CEO, Dr. Tyler LeBaron, is actually the scientific advisor and consultant for one of the amazing technologies we're going to be sharing with you tonight. But it's because molecular hydrogen is safe, effective for any age and any stage of life, including pregnancy. And so anyone can use this molecule, and we use it in the carrier of water, and it's going to impact all of the different areas that you see on the screen. And so when we look at molecular hydrogen, it is very trendy, it's very exciting. It's going to be going mainstream by 2027 to 2037. But what that also means is that right now we live in a gap where a lot of people are bringing this technology to market, and it's not always the best for you. And the reason for that is as you create molecular hydrogen, it's actually a very messy process because it's so small. And so when you create it through an electrolysis process, it can have byproducts and heavy metals and contaminants that actually put worse things into your water than if you were drinking it without anything at all. And so, what I love to do as someone in longevity is find the best of the best, just like LifeWave. It's a one of one. No one else has done that in the world. And now, the company Lumivite, which stands for the light of life, has created the gold standard of device on the market for us to be able to have molecular hydrogen at our fingertips anywhere that we go. It is portable and it is effective. And so, the bottle that you see on the screen, this is our cell power bottle. This is what brought Lumivite onto the map 2 years ago, and what so many other companies have tried to replicate over the last few years. We have a few different modalities in here, not just molecular hydrogen, which allows this device to create some of the most information-rich, energetic water that we can ingest. Because the truth is that water holds memory. It is proven. You can Google Dr. Emoto after this presentation and look at the studies about that. But this is a very safe and effective way to make molecular hydrogen. Why? Because it is what we call a PEM titanium membrane, which means there's no heavy metal leaching and no byproducts going into the water. We also have in this base, we have these beautiful magnetic rings that just with the water sitting in here, it's structuring the water. We also have frequencies in the lid that I'm actually going to touch on a little bit more in a moment, and beautiful chromotherapy, different colors that you can choose from, and I'll tell you why also in a few moments. But this bottle really is an amazing amplifier to everything you're doing. And the reason I have loved it so much for the last year and a half is because it is portable and I can bring it anywhere. But this device is H2 certified. And when you're looking for a device like this, that's very important because that means that it is doing what it needs to be doing, which means that it is backed by all of the clinical research of the benefits of molecular hydrogen to really have an impact on your body. But Lumivite, only being a 2-year-old company, knew that if they were creating the gold standard on the market, it wouldn't be very long before other people started to catch up. And we knew that we could take it one step further. And so tonight you're going to be hearing about something that most of the world has not heard about. And I'm just going to be touching on it in a very high level way because we have other videos that go much deeper into this device and into these amazing technologies, whether it's the patch or this bottle, we have that for you. This is really meant to be a high level touch point. But we're very excited that at the beginning of March, we are launching Luma. And Luma is our new device that won't be replacing the cell power, but it will be in addition to the cell power, which means we have something that is patented, unique, just like the patch, that no one else will have. And the reason for that is a true dual chamber technology. And this dual chamber technology means that now we can increase the amount of hydrogen that is being infused into your liquid because we have this other chamber on top. So in this base, there will be another chamber on top with distilled water, meaning the electrolysis process will never touch your beverage, which allows us to increase, actually double the amount of hydrogen that we can put into the water. But I keep saying beverage and liquid, and that is because this is truly a universal liquid compatibility. You can put any liquid in this device now. Elixirs, coffee, infusions, even tequila if you really wanted to. Anything can go in this device, even your supplements, which means that now we can have the most pure hydrogen infused into any beverage that we are drinking in the day, which again is going to amplify any of the nourishment and nutrients in that beverage. And so we love that because it allows us to have this in even more capacities. This is all I drink all day long. It has been for a year and a half. I love it. And remember, I mentioned that there were frequencies in the lid in the original bottle. Well, our new Luma device has interchangeable lids. And I'm going to show you the first two that are coming out to market, and there will be more coming soon. The first is our Prism lid. Now, this is a device, this is a lid that we have collaborated with one of the most renowned quantum physicists in the world, and a name that I will be able to release very soon. But this lid uses light frequencies to increase the coherence in the water. Now, when we talk about nervous system regulation, it's really important for us to realize that when we are regulated and when we come into coherence, it means that everything around us is coming into coherence and even our own body is coming into coherence. And so we want more coherence entering the body and becoming one with the body. And so that's a very exciting lid that we're going to have a lot more details on very soon. The second lid that is coming is our Signal lid. And you're going to notice some of the same features as the first device I showed you, and I'll go a little bit more into detail. But the first thing the Signal lid does is breath mode. We know that breath is the nervous system's most direct signal, shaping regulation in real time. And now you're able to choose a breathwork mode in your device while your beverage is being infused with molecular hydrogen. And so we have focus, calm, energy, and restore. So you can synchronize light, breath, and awareness into your body and create a ritual for yourself to be able to self-regulate at any time of the day. The next mode is Lumi mode. And this mode is where circadian signals tell the nervous system when to activate, when to restore, and when to rest. And so you've probably been seeing a lot of people wearing different colored glasses, changing the light bulbs in their homes to different colors because we know the way that light affects our body. And so now Lumi mode, well, the bottle will change color based on the time of day to synchronize with your nervous system. We have dawn for morning, sol for midday, dusk for evening, and moon for night, which is also another signal. And last but not least, we have being. And so I mentioned earlier chromotherapy. And so chromotherapy uses color as an energetic signal, influencing the nervous system, its state, and the coherence. And so now we have all of these beautiful colors to choose from in the new bottle. Each color resonates with an emotion and an intention that is restoring the inner harmony of our body. And even in our original bottle, we have these beautiful colors to choose from. And so what this means is this is a truly a revolutionary biohacking device where you're able to customize so many different features to be able to have something to help you regulate through the day while infusing your body with one of the most powerful molecules. And so we have our original device, our new device of Luma. And last but not least tonight, I'm going to share with you one more thing. And I know it's a lot of information, and that's okay, because whatever is resonating with you tonight is really what you get to take away from this presentation. But we have our LVIQ tablets. And I will say this is really the reason that I am speaking with all of you because I love my device. I think it is the best device anyone can make for their overall well-being to be utilizing all day long. And I have been using the patches for 2 years. But when I went to Florida to meet Dr. Tyler LeBaron, who is the founder of Molecular Hydrogen Institute and the co-formulator of this beautiful tablet, I had low expectations. I've tried a lot of supplements. I ran a very large organization and business with supplements, and I walked away from it because I knew it was behind the times. But when I tried this tablet in regular water, not in the bottle, in regular water, after a few minutes, I could not believe what I experienced. Calm, grounded energy, a mental clarity and focus without this energetic caffeine. I was calm. My capacity felt expanded in my heart, and I could feel regulation sweeping through my body. And so I kept using it for a few more weeks, increasing it 1, 2, or 3 times a day. And what I noticed is that it quite literally continued to bring my body back into coherence and regardless of the day. And it became what I required, gave me energy in the morning and calm in the evening. And I noticed that this tablet became an amazing tool for people that wanted to have a little dose of molecular hydrogen, because this is a macro dose, 10 times the amount of the bottle. But also, this is a true longevity tool, and I'll tell you why. Not only do we have molecular hydrogen in this tablet, but we also have different minerals that most of us, deficient in. We have methylated B12 and vitamin C, a magnesium from the Dead Sea, resveratrol and spermidine, which are for longevity and detox, and also something called NR, which is a precursor to NAD, which reactivates our mitochondrial energy. Our NAD drops by 40% after the age of 40. And so now we're able to reactivate our own. There's a theme here. Reactivate our own NAD, reactivate our own hydration and our mitochondrial function, reactivate our collagen production, reactivate our GHKCU, reactivate our stem cells. We are truly using light back technology to reactivate the intelligence within us. And these two incredible leaders who founded these two companies, David Schmidt founding LifeWave, is a true visionary who sees what others can't long before they do. And he won Inventor of the Year, and his products, his patches are across 100 countries. And then we have Taryn Lee, this incredible female founder of LumiVitae, who has a self-funded business, who created a $50 million evaluation in 2 years and expanded across 55 countries, who created a really unique affiliate model. And now we have the yin and the yang, the feminine and masculine, who see that we are in an era where we get to reactivate our own inner intelligence and take our power back by bringing back our vitality and our longevity and optimization. And that is our culture here from top down, whether it's a company or the field, like all of us. We are integrity first, frequency led, collaboration over competition. We believe that conscious wealth is the future and that community is a contribution because we are all leaders lifting other leaders. This is the culture that people search for, and this is what we're building here in Luminous Living. And so, before I go into how you can get started, I just want to deeply thank you. Thank you for being open. Thank you for receiving this information. And thank you for even taking a look at ways that you can possibly enhance your own well-being. And I think that that is a priceless thing for you to be able to do. And so I'm going to share with you the investment for each of these technologies, and you get to choose what is in most resonance for you. But we have a very special offer for you tonight until March 3rd. And that is our founder bundle for our new bottle Luma that has not even been released to the public yet. It is special, and that's why Madison wanted to invite you here now. And so the founders pack is $595 for our new bottle, and that is available until March 3rd. When the bottle comes out, it will increase by $200 to $300. But not only are you going to get whichever color of the Luma device you would like, which I'll show you in a moment, but you're also going to get all of these extras. And if you're interested in the Luma, let Madison know, and she's going to send you a 10-minute video explaining all about this Founders Platinum card and everything you get, including your membership to the House of Light. And so we want you to be able to choose from one of these four beautiful colors to pre-order your Luma before the general public and also be able to get both of the lids I talked about tonight and your one bottle for this special price. Delivery starts on March 3rd. And so that is something that we are offering for you. It's not even available on the website, and that's something that you can activate before March 3rd. And then, of course, we have our incredible technologies, our flagships. We have our cell power bottle, our X39 patch technology, and our LVIQ. Our LVIQ and our patches are between $79 and $99 that you can get started with right away. And our original cell power bottle is $495 with a 2-year warranty. And so whether it's one, two, or three of these technologies, you get to choose. And we're just here to show you what it would look like to incorporate these technologies into your monthly budget for you to be able to optimize your well-being and have regeneration at home. And so whatever that looks like for you, I'm so excited for you to try. And whether there's more information that you require, you have questions, whatever it is that you need, we're here for you because you were meant to be here. Your cells know, your light knows, your leadership knows. And this is truly your moment to rise. This is your permission slip to elevate and enter your next era of luminous living. And so I just invite you to get back with Madison if this piques your curiosity. Tina and myself and Madison are so excited to welcome you into this amazing movement. And thank you so much for your time with us tonight.